a new series. After the IT modernization project, all core services, including the mains related services, are included in CSI. That is, we start with that are collected through these counter operations. In this series, we will take you through the modules which handle these functions. Firstly, there is the point of sale or POS, as we call it in short, which is an offline module. Then the finance and accounting module under the systems application and products or SAP in short, which is an online module. We all have heard about the mpcm or the multi-purpose counter machines that we use at the post offices for carrying out all our major postal services and transactions like booking of various mail articles, sale of stamps and IPOs, money orders, e-payment services, banking services. This POS application has two parts. The front-end operations done through POS counter and the back-end operations being carried out through POS back office. There is a link from the offline POS which synchronizes all the work to the online SAP, and that happens with the help of the communication modules, high sync and daily sync to F&A. Is everything sounding too complicated? No worries. These are all very simple and user-friendly applications. In the upcoming sessions, we will discuss in this series attentively so as to Hello friends. In this topic, we are going to see how to start the database and how to synchronize the data. In the CSI application, there are two parts. One is online application working in SAP module, and another one is offline application point of sale for doing counter transactions. If there is a communication between the online and offline applications, then only the counter transactions will be synchronized to the central server and data will be getting transferred to the SAP module and will be getting reflected in the daily account. In the same way, the configurations done in the SAP module in central server such as deputation arrangement for a user for POS and back office login, changes in tariff configuration, changes in service tax rate, starting, stopping booking facilities to different countries as part of the policy are required to be synchronized to the point of sale. The bookings done in the point of sale need to be communicated to the central server, and the configurations done in the central server need to be communicated back to the point of sale. For this, there are two communication modules such as MobiLink daily synchronization and MobiLink high synchronization. Before login to the point of sale module, the database needs to be started by executing the start database batch file available on the desktop. Wait for the notification on the taskbar for the symbol that the database is started successfully. After ensuring the database is started, execute the MobiLink client daily synchronization icon available in the desktop. While executing the MobiLink client daily synchronization, required configuration data from the SAP central server will be downloaded to the point of sale. The POS version upgradation, deputation arrangement of a user to that office, any tariff updates, etc. are possible only after successful execution of MobiLink client daily synchronization. Next, the MobiLink high synchronization icon available in the desktop needs to be executed for transferring the point of sale counter transactions to the SAP central server. After successful execution of the above 3 batch programs, the software will allow login to the point of sale back office for doing the day begin counter allocation and subsequent work in the point of sale counter module. Hope you understood the concept of Hello friends, now we are going to see how the post office day begin can be done in POS back office by the supervisor. Once the supervisor do the day begin and counter allocation in the POS back office, then only the counter operators can log in the POS counter module and start booking the counter transactions. For login to the POS back office, execute the POS back office icon available on the desktop. Enter the employee ID and all other menu options will be shown as disabled except PO operation and reports menu. Even under PO operations menu, all menu options are disabled except PO begin option. Click on PO begin. Check for the last business day for which the PO day end was done and the current business day or today's date for which the day begin needs to be done by clicking on the Save button. Successful day begin message will be shown along with all the menu options being enabled. In the PO operation menu also, except PO begin, all other menu options will be enabled. Hope you understood the concept of day. Hello friends, in this session we will learn the allocation going to work in which module. Click on the Add button in the allocation. Select the counter allocation under PO operation menu in the back office module. Click on the Add button in the counter allocation screen. Select the employee ID from the list of employees. Select the counter number from the list of counters. From and to date is shown as the day begin date. From and to time need to be selected before clicking on the Assign button. From time allocated should not be less than the current system time. The message counter is assigned successfully will be displayed on the screen. Hope you understood how to allocate. Hello friends, now we are going to see receive cash from F&A in POS back office by supervisor. As we know, CSA application is having an online SAP and offline point of sale components. The cash balance of the offices are maintained in the online SAP module and is known as Finance and Accounts in the SAP module. Cash needs to be received from F&A to the POS back office for giving advance to the counters. For receiving cash from F&A, select Receive Cash from F&A option in the PO operation menu in the back office module. Before receiving cash from F&A, the cash in hand in the POS back office will be 0. After selecting the denomination as 1, enter the amount that may be required as advance for the counters and click on Add button. Further on, click the Submit button. Amount received successfully from F&A. Message will be displayed and the cash in hand will also be revealed in the POS back office. Supervisor or treasurer can now supply cash to the counters as advance. Hope you understood how to receive cash from F&A in how to do the shift begin in POS counter module. After the day begin and counter allocation by the supervisor in back office module, the counter operator has to log in to the POS counter module and shift begin for starting the counter transactions. For login to the POS counter module, execute the POS counter icon available on the desktop. After entering, that information will be shown in the top portion of the POS module. Click on the Daily Operation option for accessing the Shift Begin option. At this point, all the options other than the Shift Begin are disabled. After clicking the Shift Begin, all other options will get automatically enabled. Shift Begin successful message will appear on the screen. Clicking on the back button will navigate us to the main booking screen on the POS counter. Hope you have understood the process. Request can by the counter operator and how the supply of cash to the counter is done. If the counter operator is working in SB counter, login to the Finacle application is to be done through POS module. For accessing the Finacle application, the counter operator needs to have a minimum of 1 rupee cash in hand. Use the cash request option in the POS for getting the cash advance from supervisor. After login to the POS counter module, cash request is to be raised by selecting the request allocation option or the F6 short key. Presently, the cash in hand with the counter operator is shown as 0. Employee ID, date, shift number and cash in hand will be displayed, and the amount required for the counter as cash advance is to be entered. Then the submit button is to be clicked. With the message displayed, cash advance request is successfully placed with the supervisor by the counter operator. Supervisor has already collected cash from F&A, and from this balance, cash needs to be supplied to the counter operator. In the back office module, cash collected from F&A is shown as cash in hand of the supervisor or treasurer. Popped-up cash request message can be seen on the POS back office main screen. This may be clicked for supplying cash to the counter. Select the user details with the amount requested and click on Supply to the counter button. Total amount supplied will be displayed and click on the Submit button to complete the cash supply process to the counter. Amount of cash supplied will be reduced in the cash in hand of the supervisor or treasurer in the back office. The supplied cash, the counter operator is to log in the POS counter module and select the Accept Allocation. Select the user details along with amount supplied and click on Accept button or F4 short key may be clicked to accept the cash. Selected cash allocation accepted successfully message is displayed, and cash in hand of the counter operator is added with the supplied cash by the supervisor. Hope you understood how to request cash from POS counter to POS back office and how to supply cash from POS back office to POS counter. In next session. Hello friends. Now we are going to see receipt of inventories from F&A in POS back office by supervisor. As we know, CSI application is having an online SAP and offline point of sale components. For sale of stamps or IPOs in the counter, stamps or IPOs are to be received from the online SAP to the offline back office module. Like the receive cash option from F&A, receive IPO, stamp and stationery from F&A under PO operation is to be selected. Three options of IPO, stamp and stationery are displayed. Envelopes, inland letter card, postcard are part of stationery items. In order to receive stamps, select stamp option and select the category of the stamp. For example, definitive public postage stamps. Select denomination, stamp name, quantity, etc. and click on Add Stamp button. The details of the stamp will get added. Similar way, any other stamp which is required can be added. Successfully received stamp from F&A message is displayed. After clicking on Submit button, received stamps can be checked in the Stock Report option in the Report menu. Select Post Office and click on Search button. The received stamp details will be displayed. Select the Inventory Report in the Report menu. Select Category Type All and click on Search button. The stamps received are shown under the stock and in the custody of treasurer, which are yet to be supplied to the counters. Hope you understood how to receive inventories in POS back office. The inventories such as stamps, IPOs by the counter operator. Select the option Supply to Counter under PO Operation menu in the POS back office module. The same option is used for supply of cash, inventories or stationeries such as stamps, IPOs, etc. to the counter. Select the user or employee working in the counter to whom the supply is to be done. Select the stamps option, category of the stamp, denomination, name, quantity required to be supplied to the counter and click on Add Stamp option. Available stock will be displayed. Supplying to the counter is possible only if the inventory items are available in the stock. In the same way, any other stamp or inventories can be added for supplying to the counter. Total value of the stamps ready for supplying to the counter will be shown. After clicking on Submit button, Stamp Allocation Successful message will be displayed. Stamps are supplied from the back office module, which needs to be accepted in the POS counter module. Select the Accept Allocation option in the POS counter module, which will show the stamps supplied from the back office module such as denomination, quantity and values. Check the stamps received physically by counting and accept one by clicking on each option item-wise. For accepting all stamps supplied, Accept All can be selected. All stamp allocation accepted successfully message will be displayed. Inventory report under Report option in the POS back office can be checked for the details of stamps available in the stock with the treasurer and also stock available in the counters. View Balance option in the POS counter will display inventory position such as stamps, IPOs, etc. with the counter for sales. Friends, hope you learned how to supply stamps to the counter. Thanks. Sales through POS counter. From the SAP F&A, stamps are received to the POS back office. and from the POS back office, stamps are supplied to the counter for sales. View balance option in the POS counter is to be checked for ensuring that sufficient stock of stamps is available for sales, or the shortcut key F8 may also be used. Click on Stamp option, which will display the available stamps in the stock. Click on the Back option and select the Product Sales option. Click on the Product Search or F5 short key for displaying the available stock with the counter operator. Select the stamp to be sold and click on Submit button. Enter the quantity to be sold and press Enter key. In a similar way, stamp of any other denomination to be sold can be selected and the quantity to be sold may be entered. Click on Payment or F12 short key. Amount to be collected from the customer rounded off to the next rupee will be displayed. Click on the Submit button for completing the stamp sales transaction. After the stamp sales, the amount for which the stamps are sold will be added in the cash in hand displayed in the main screen of POS counter. The View Balance option can be checked again for confirming the available stamp balance in the stock of the counter which is ready for sales. Hope you understood how to do stamp sales in POS counter module. Thanks. Of accountable articles such as registered post, speed post, parcel, etc. can be done by the counter operator. For booking of the accountable articles which are delivered within India will come under the category of inland mails and will get booked through selecting the mail option. The accountable articles which are deliverable in the foreign countries will get booked through international mail option. Under the mail option, all the accountable article categories are displayed for selection. For booking a registered post article, select the registered letter option. Inputs which need to be entered will be displayed. Enter the weight of the article in grams and enter the tab key, which will display the total tariff amount, which includes postage and registration charges, cash, service stamps, postage stamps, FM or franking machine are the modes of collecting the tariff. The blank option selected under Prepaid is payment through cash. Scan the article barcode. Under the center address, enter the name and address of the center. After entering the PIN code, select the F8 shortcut key for selecting the post office so that the post office, city, district and state will get auto-filled. Mobile number and email of the center, if provided by the customer, can be entered. Name, address, PIN code of the delivery location need to be entered. Select the delivery post office. Mobile number and email of the addressee, if provided, can be entered. If the registered letter is having acknowledgement card attached, select the acknowledgement fee option and an acknowledgement fee of ₹3 will be added to the total tariff to be collected from the customer. Click on the payment button or F12 shortcut key will navigate to the payment screen by showing the amount to be collected. Click on the submit button or enter key. It will display the message "Receipt printed successfully" with options yes or no. If the receipt got printed successfully, yes can be selected. If the receipt is not printed successfully, no option can be selected. For further printing the duplicate receipt. Cash in hand shown in the POS main screen will be seen increasing after the transaction is completed successfully. A registered parcel can be booked in a similar way by clicking the mail option and selecting the registered parcel option. Parcel weight needs to be entered. Also enter the length, breadth and height of the parcel for calculation of volumetric weight. Whichever is more will be taken as the weight of the parcel. This is very important. Select the prepaid option as postage stamps if the customer has affixed necessary stamps for the tariff. Now, the total amount to be collected will be shown as 0 if the required amount is prepaid in the form of postage stamps. Scan the article barcode. Enter the name and address of the sender. Enter the PIN code. Enter the PIN code of the address. Details is already set. And select F8 shortcut key, which will enable to select the customer details if the customer details is already saved. Provision is made in POS to save the details of regular customers. This can be achieved by selecting the checkbox near the address in the center and addressee address, which will add the customer details to the database for subsequent retrieval. Clicking the payment button or F12 shortcut key will complete the booking process with the message "Receipt printed successfully." The cash in hand will not increase if the customer has prefixed postage stamps or franking machine impression for the total postage amount to be collected. Hope you have understood. Hello friends. In this session, we are going to discuss how the counter operator will do the bulk booking of accountable articles, that is bulk upload. Service registered letters are received regularly in bulk from CPCs and from divisional office in the head office mpcm counters for booking. Also, the customers like banks, LIC, state government offices and BNPL customers will bring bulk RLs for booking. Now, let us see the procedure of booking these bulk articles, whether service registered or BNPL. We can book any number of articles under bulk upload, be it 200, 300 or even 1000 letters in just a few minutes. For bulk upload, data is uploaded using a predefined Excel template which consists of all article details like barcode, reference number, addressee details, city, PIN code, etc. The customer is expected to bring this article information in the set template. If barcode is not mentioned in the Excel template, the counter assistant can enter it before uploading. An important point to be noted here is that the PIN code and city mentioned in the Excel template should exactly match with the city and PIN code information available in the POS module. Otherwise, errors will be displayed while uploading and the booking will not be successful. Also, the weight of the articles mentioned is to be checked before uploading for accuracy. Otherwise, there can be chances of revenue leakage for the department. For bulk booking of articles, the first step is to save the prepared Excel sheet in the system. Now log into POS counter. Enter the center's address and the PIN code and select the post office. Service type can be selected from the drop-down. Let us click on Registered Letter. On the right side, options are available for selecting Acknowledgement Card, Discount, Postal Service, etc. Select the Postal Service option for booking as Postal Service Registered. If the bulk articles are booked on Postal Service, the cash in hand will not be affected. You may click on the Browse button and choose the Excel file with the article details for uploading. If you are uploading BNPL bulk articles, then Add Customer is shown on the screen. You need to click on that or else press F5 shortcut key and enter the customer biller ID. The details of the set customer will be displayed. Then select the correct customer and click OK. The center details and the customer ID, balance, etc. will get auto-populated. This is how the BNPL customer details for bulk booking are given. Now click on Browse and select the Excel file containing the article details and upload the file. The message "File imported successfully" will be displayed on processing the article details. In case if any error while processing, the same will be shown at the top. To rectify the errors, click on Submit button and further click on Fetch Erroneous Records. The list of incorrect entries will be displayed. We need to double-click on each entry and do the necessary corrections. The detail of the error will be highlighted in red and the description of the error will also be displayed. The errors may be like incorrect PIN code, duplicate barcode, or more than the allowed number of characters in name or address field, etc. After rectifying the error, click on OK button. Once all erroneous records have been corrected and processed, the message "You can proceed for payment" will be displayed. Click on Payment button or F12 shortcut key for completing the bulk booking. The number of articles booked and the amount of the transaction will be shown. And by clicking on Submit button, receipt printing message will be shown. Click on OK for individual receipt generation. Otherwise, click on No for skipping the receipt printing. Option for consolidated receipt is also available in the case of bulk booking. The total amount to be collected will be 0 if the articles booked are service articles, and in the case of BNPL, the amount will be deducted from their available balance at credit. In either of these cases, the cash in hand will remain the same. If the sender of the articles is a non-BNPL customer, the amount of transaction may be collected over the counter, and the cash in hand shown in the POS main screen will increase accordingly. Friends, hope you have understood the process of bulk booking of accountable articles in POS counter module. Hello friends. In this session, we are discussing about the booking and authorization of electronic money orders or EMOs. Procedure involved in booking of EMOs in the POS counter module by the operator, followed by the authorization of those EMOs by the supervisor in the POS back office module will be demonstrated in this session. For booking EMO, select Electronic Money Order option under Money Remittances from the POS Counter Dashboard panel. Amount for which the EMO to be booked is to be entered in the MO value field. Maximum amount for which an EMO can be booked is Rs 5,000. After entering MO value, the total amount to be collected, including the commission, will be displayed. Standard message code can be selected or custom message can be entered. Under center details, enter the name and address of the center. After entering the PIN code, select F8 shortcut key for selecting the post office so that the post office, city, district, state and PIN code will get auto-populated. There are provisions for entering mobile number and email of the center also. Please ensure the entry of mobile number. Enter payee or receiver name, address, PIN code. Select the payee post office. Enter mobile number and email of the payee. Click on the payment button or F12 shortcut key. It will take you to the payment screen by showing the amount to be collected. Click on the submit button or the enter key. You will get the message, receipt printed successfully, with options yes or no. If the receipt is printed successfully, further printing the duplicate receipt. Cash in hand will increase after the successful completion of the transaction. After completion of EMO booking, supervisor is to authorize in the POS back office module. EMO data transmission will occur only after supervisor authorization. Once the MO pending for approval is selected, details of EMOs booked in the counter pending for approval will be displayed. Clicking on the EMO will take to the screen containing EMO details such as EMO PNR number, MO value, center details, payee or receiver details for the approval process. Center and payee or receiver details can be modified by the supervisor if any corrections are noticed. The corrections done need to be saved by clicking Save Changes button before clicking on Approve button. MO value related corrections cannot be done. In such cases, Reject with rebooking option needs to be clicked so that the EMO can be modified by the counter operator and further approval needs to be done by the supervisor. Clicking on the Approve button will conclude the EMO authorization. Hope you understood how to book EMOs in POS counter module and how to verify using supervisor credentials in POS back office. In our next session, we will discuss detailed operational procedure. In this session, we are going to discuss how to make the payment of IPO or Indian Postal Order in POS counter module. First, select the IPO option in POS counter module. Then click IPO payment option. After selecting IPO payment, enter the prefix of the IPO number, serial numbers of the IPOs, denomination, number of IPOs received for payment, and the date of issue of the IPOs. If the number of IPOs is more than one, continuous serial numbers will be considered. If the IPOs is not continuous, individual IPO serial number needs to be entered. Clicking on Validate button will display the issue status of the IPOs and will check whether these IPOs are paid in any other offices. Clicking on the Payment button or F12 shortcut key will take to the payment screen by showing the amount to be paid. Clicking on the Submit button or the Enter key will get the message of Receipt printed successfully with options yes or no. If the receipt printed successfully, yes can be selected. If the receipt is not printed successfully, no option can be selected for further printing the duplicate receipt. The cash in hand will be reduced after the successful payment transaction of IPO. Hope you have understood how to do IPO payment in POS counter module. Hello friends, in this session we are going to discuss the sale of philately stamp. Already, stamp sales transaction has been discussed under product sales. Definitive stamps are often reprinted and sold over a prolonged period for general usage as postage stamp. Philately stamps come under commemorative stamps category. For commemorating any event or famous personalities, commemorative stamps are being released. Usually, commemorative stamps will be purchased by philatelists. Stamp sale under product sales. Let us discuss in detail the steps involved in philately stamp sale. First, receive from F&A. To receive stamps in POS back office module, select PO operations menu. Then receive IPO, stamp and stationery from F&A. Select stamp option and select the category of the stamp. For example, commemorative postage stamp or COM. Select the required denomination, stamp name, quantity, etc. and click on the Add Stamp button. The details of the stamp will get added. Similarly, stamps of other denominations can also be added. Then click on Submit button. The message Successfully Received Stamp from F&A will be displayed. Next is Supply to Counter. In the POS back office module, select option Supply to Counter under PO operation menu. Select the user or employee to whom the stamp is to be supplied. Select the stamps option, category of the stamp, denomination, name, quantity required to be supplied to the counter and click on Add Stamp option. Available stock will be displayed. Counter supply is possible only if the items are available in stock. Total value of the stamps supplied to the counter will be displayed. On clicking the Submit button, stamps will be supplied to the concerned counter operator with the message Allocation done successfully. Now, stamps are supplied from POS back office module which needs to be accepted by the counter operator in the POS counter module. Next is receipt of stamps in POS or accept allocation. To receive the stamps supplied from the POS back office login to POS counter module, select Accept Allocation option. It will show all the stamps supplied from the back office module to be received along with the stamp details such as denomination, quantity, total value. For accepting a specific category of the supplied stamp, Accept option can be selected, or for accepting all the stamp categories supplied, Accept All can be selected. The message All Stamp Allocation Accepted Successfully will be displayed. Next is Stamp Sales. Definitive stamps are sold through POS module and the option used is Product Sales, whereas the commemorative stamps, My Stamps, philatelic stationeries, etc. are sold through Philately option available in POS module. Select Philately option. Philately stamp items will be displayed. Enter the stamp name or denomination to know the availability of stock with the counter operator. Book button in blue color indicates the availability of stamps with the counter operator. After clicking the book button, enter the quantity to be sold and click on OK. item successfully added message will be displayed. Similarly, you can add any other available philately stamp by entering the quantity to be sold. Click on Payment or F12 shortcut key. The amount to be collected from the customer rounded off to the next rupee will be displayed. Click on the Submit button for completing the stamp sales transaction. After the stamp sales, the amount for which the stamps were sold will be added in the cash in hand. Next is Generation of Stamp Sales Report. The report option in the POS module will generate reports on all the accountable articles booked, philately items sold, etc. in the counter. Select the service as Philately for getting the report of philately items sold. Using Save as PDF option, the report can be saved and can be printed when required. Hope you have understood how to carry out the sale of philately stamps in POS counter module. In our next sessions, we Hello friends, in this session we are discussing e-payment collection. E-payment collection is related to bill collection such as telephone bill, electricity bill, examination fees, taxes. Select the PTC Mysore for payment of fee while attending the training. Will be displayed. Select the e-payment option from POS dashboard. All the attending the training. Enter the information such as name of the trainee, designation, postal or RMS division. Select the training course name, date of commencement, amount, etc. Click on the Payment button or F12 shortcut key, which will take to the payment screen by showing the amount to be collected. Click on the Submit button or Enter key. It will display the message Receipt printed successfully with options Yes or printed successfully. No option can be seen of the transaction. You have understood how to do payment collection in POS counter module. In our next sessions, we will be charging of franking machines in POS. Bulk mailers like SBI, LIC, etc. will be having private franking machines, and business post centers, head post offices, etc. will be having departmental franking machines. The recharge process of these franking machines will be explained here. As we know, the POS is an offline module and the franking machine recharge is happening in the online form. And within seconds, the recharge is getting updated to the customer's account in the SAP module of the central server. In the POS module, select Franking Recharge Request under Franking Machine option. Enter the franking machine license number and press F8 for fetching the franking license details. Enter the recharge amount. Click on Payment or F12 shortcut key. Amount to be collected from the customer will be displayed. Click on Submit button for franking machine recharge transaction. Transaction will take a few seconds as connecting to the central server and updating the customer account with the recharge amount is required. After the franking recharge transaction, understood how to do franking recharge. discuss how to search PIN code in the POS module. PIN code search option is available under Customer Service option in POS dashboard. Click the PIN search option. PIN code of the office, office name, post office in a particular district and taluk, etc. can be searched as part of PIN code search. Enter the PIN code, then press F8 key. Office details will be displayed by entering post office name followed by F8. Office details will be displayed. Details of the post office in a district can be obtained by entering the district name followed by F8 key. Similarly, by entering the taluk name followed by F8 key, post offices in the respective taluk can be obtained. Hope you have understood how to search PIN code. In this session, we are discussing the domestic and international tariff comparison option provisioned in the POS module. Domestic compare and book, international compare and book. This option can be used to ascertain the tariff for a particular weight of article under different mail service for both domestic and international services. Through this option, one can ascertain the most economical mail service for a specified article. These options can also be used for enquiry purposes. In the POS module, domestic compare and book and international compare and book are the two options available for this. Select domestic compare and book and enter the weight of the article. After entering the PIN code, select the F8 shortcut key for selecting the post office to which the article is to be sent and click on can be selected for further book. Select the country to be shown and accordingly the service can be selected. In this session, we are discussing the cancellation of transaction by counter operator in the POS module. Approval of the supervisor is a must for cancellation of a transaction. Operator must note the error entry in the error entry book and only after the approval of this entry by the supervisor, cancellation of a transaction can be done in the system. In the POS module, select Cancel Transaction option and enter the invoice number or article barcode. Click on the search button or press F8 key to search for the details of the transaction. Select the article and click on the payment button or press F12 short key. The amount to be paid to the customer will be shown and clicking on the submit button will complete the cancellation transaction and the cash in hand with the counter operator will rise accordingly. In the POS back office, the supervisor will cross-check the cancellation of transaction report at the end of the day. Hope you have understood how to cancel the transaction in Hello Friends. In this session, we are going to discuss how to transfer cash from counter to treasurer in POS counter module. On the completion of counter transactions, counter operator must transfer the cash collected across the counter, that is cash in hand, to the treasurer. Click on Daily Operations option in the POS module. Then Balance Transfer option. Cash in hand will be displayed. Enter the amount to be transferred. Then click on Submit button. Message Transaction Successful. Cash transferred will be displayed. In the POS module, cash in hand will be reduced by the amount transferred. With this, counter operator has transferred the cash to the treasurer. Now, the treasurer needs to accept this cash transfer in POS back office module. In the POS back office module, cash pickup notification will be displayed. Either click on this message or go to PO operation and click on supervisor approval. The amount transferred by the counter operators will be shown. Select the amount which needs to be approved. Enter the remarks and click on the approve button. Selected approval request accepted message will be displayed and cash in hand at the back office will increase accordingly. The cash available with the treasurer in the POS back office module is termed as POS cash. The POS cash needs to be transferred to the treasurer in the online SAP module as DOP cash. In the PO operations menu of the POS back office module, select Send cash to F&A. Select the 1 rupee denomination and enter the amount to be transferred. Click on the Add button. The amount to be transferred will be displayed in figures as well as in words for cross-checking. Now click on the Submit button. In the dialog box, the message, "Are you sure want to do this transaction?" will be displayed with options Yes and No. Click on Yes. Message, "Successfully sent amount to F&A" will be displayed. With this, cash transfer from POS back office module to F&A in SAP is completed. Hope you have understood how to transfer cash to treasurer in POS counter module. Thanks for Hello friends. Now we are discussing PO account submission and PO end in point of sale back office module. This is the duty of the supervisor. Only after PO end, the transactions carried out in point of sale will get completely reflected in daily transaction report or DTR through high sync data transmission. For PO account submission, supervisor has to log in to point of sale back office module and click on PO operation menu. Then PO account submission option should be clicked. Now total receipt and total payments will be displayed on the screen. The supervisor has to confirm that the difference of total receipt and total payment is 0. Also, supervisor has to confirm whether all user has entered their shift or not. For ensuring this, the option View Active Users can be used. If everything is correct, then supervisor has to click on Submit button in order to submit the PO account. After completing PO account submission, supervisor has to select PO operation menu and click on PO end in order to end the activity of the day. Once PO end completed, the database will automatically shut down. Friends, hope you have understood how to